Test, test. Can you hear me?
Yep, we're all good.
Can you speak? Wait, speak some more.
Test, test, test.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, so we're pausing the mic right now, but we'll hop on. Hello and welcome to tonight's broadcast and tonight's matchup between the Cape and Mount Carmel Crusaders and the North Redhawks. I'm Andrew Guyer, and tonight I'm joined by my co-host Mason Collins. And Mason, before we introduce the lineups tonight, I would like to address some comments I made during last KMC broadcast. My comments were overly critical and harsh, and I got caught up in the action of the game. I was a fan before a broadcaster, and it was unprofessional. So I would like to express my apologies to the KMC basketball team, to the fans, and to the entire community of Cape and Mount Carmel. It will never happen again. Now on to the action. Mason, can you tell me a little bit about this Cape and team?
So good. So this Cape and Mount Carmel women's basketball team is coming off a tough loss last week against Wichita Heights. We're definitely excited to see Zoe Buckner out here. She's been killing it all week, and this offense is looking really good, and I think they're ready to take on this Redhawks defense.
And the Redhawks starting with the ball, kicking it out, looking for an open teammate inside. And the Redhawks dissecting the defense, getting up an early shot, rebounded by Bartero, and keeping the possession alive, bouncing off the rim, and Buckner unable to corral the ball. The Redhawks keeping the possession alive. And that will be jump ball, KMC possession. So, Mason, this KMC team led by number 51, Zoe Buckner on your screen. She's initiating this offense, taking the ball up. And on the wing will be number 2, Caprinia Orr. Number 13, Maddie Spears. Number 24, McCoy Pfister. And rounding off this offense, number 23, Phoebe Loffer. So we'll see these girls on the floor tonight quite often, quite a bit. Loffer chucks up a shot, unable to connect, and KMC will reset. Spears to Buckner. Poked away, and the Redhawks will set up a possession.
All right, so we got on the north side of the ball, we have number 2, Paula Rodriguez, kind of lining up our point guard position here tonight. Number 10, Karina Guerrero. 23, Joanna Ross. 34, Kimberly Reyes. And rounding up our starting 5 is number 40, Dana Bartero.
And it's looking like this Redhawks team they're hanging with KMC early. And they're coming in 1-7, so they're going to need a big win to get their season on the road. KMC coming in 5-3. They will also need a big season-defining win here. And as Buckner nails her first to get the first points of the matchup. And Buckner has 2 from 15 feet away. And Ross initiating this offense. Inside. Stop. And no good on the easy jumper. Spears to rebound and take it the other way. The deep heave, and Orr, good. Cabrini Orr, her first varsity points of the season.
Yeah, it's great to see players like Cabrini out there on the court, man. Senior year, a lot going forward tonight, and we're excited to see her play tonight. Definitely a moment to watch.
And as you can see, KMC was ready for that transition opportunity. Buckner and Orr both waiting for that basket. Buckner doing the right thing, getting it to the senior as she gets her bucket. 2 points for number 2. And an early timeout for both these teams. Talking things over. Not much to dissect already, but I'm sure they're working on their game plan. And the Redhawks will start with the possession. Rodriguez to inbound. And Ross taking things up for North. Guarded by Pfister inside. Gets a shot up and knocks down the gimme. Loffer inside. And KMC will be fighting for it, but North will take it the other direction. Ross doing everything out here for North, grabbing the rebound and taking it coast to coast. Inside. Snatched away by Spears. And whistle will be called.
Looks like it is going towards north side here. We've really seen early shows of Ross's aggressiveness down low, getting down there, scoring a point. Definitely be interested to see how she continues playing throughout this matchup, but interesting to watch here.
And Rossa Jr. showing some excellent leadership as an upperclassman. The shot from the Redhawks off the mark, and KMC will get an offensive possession. Buckner at the helm.
And a great pass.
Inside Loffer, good.
And 23, Ross doing everything she can right now to keep North up in the game. Good pass inside. We're going to see what she does with this. Looks like it's tied up on the ground. Should go Capen's way.
And checking in for KMC, that's Ellie Knipp, number 22, and number 42, Ella Rudy. And checking out is McCoy Pfister and Phoebe Loffer. Checking in, or inbounding for North, that's Ross. And fumbling her dribble, but she'll corral it, and that one passing the midline. And a slow start for both these teams. 6-2 with 5 minutes left in the first. Knipp to Buckner. And Buckner called on the traveling violation. Oh, excuse me, the double dribble. Inside. Batted away by Rudy, and KMC will start this possession. Knipp looking for Rudy inside. Gets it to Orr, good, and Orr has 4.
What a start to a varsity career there. 4 points ain't bad for the first quarter here. She's on pace for, 16-point game so far. And Zoe with a tough finish down at the basket. This Cape and Mount Carmel's offense just taking off here late in the first period.
KMC doing well in transition, setting up new opportunities and getting the outlet pass to their scorers like Buckner. And almost getting the steal was Knipp, throwing up the shot. No good, but the second chance opportunity good from Bartero. Knipp to Orr. Orr finding Rudy inside. Rudy, the finish, good off the backboard. Some help from the glass. And Rudy has her first points. Joanna Ross surveying the court, looking for a teammate. Inside, squares up, no good, ricocheting off the rim, but she'll grab her own rebound, throws up another one, taken down by Spears. The deep heat from Spears to Buckner. Inside, one-on-one, and off the glass and in.
Kapaun really showing their way to dominance downside and low, defense and offense right now. Haven't seen any three balls this entire game, so looks like it's going to be a very big inside scoring game opportunity here.
And the pass almost batted away eventually by Knipp. Rodriguez to Ross was unsuccessful, as a few North players will check in and Orr will check out for KMC, while Emily Jacobs will check in.
We have number 1 checking in, Isabel Sabalos, and number 21, Erin Pertu.
Buckner setting things in motion, finds Knipp in the corner. Inside, Knipp off the glass, in. And KMC using the glass to their advantage all night. Sabelos finding a teammate and in trouble. Hit by Knipp, and Rudy corralling it, getting it to Spears. Spears hustling down the court, all alone, gets it to Jacobs, and off the back glass and in. Not a play that you see too often, Mason. And batted out of the air, double hands by Knipp.
Looks like that'll be Kapaun's ball. Score's currently 18-6, 2 minutes left in the first period. We have Feister subbing back in for Kapaun Mount Carmel.
And Pfister to inbound. Knipp starting things for KMC. Gets it to Pfister on the perimeter. Inside. The long-range jumper off the back and rebounded by Knipp. Buckner getting the second chance opportunity. Unable to go. Rudy, a third chance. No good. And a few chances from KMC unsuccessful. Phoebe Loffer checking in for Buckner. And Pfister will set things in motion from the sideline. Knipp. And it looked like she was going to get the screen from Rudy, but just took the shot on her own. And she'll get a chance for 2 shots at the line. Knipp, no good on her first.
Subbing back in the game for the Red Hawks is Kimberly Reyes for Bartero.
Knipp, no good from 15 feet away on her second. And Sabelos getting it to Rogers. Rogers finding Jones, and over the head of her teammate, out of bounds. That one intended for Pertu. Knipp finding Rudy. Rudy to Loffer. And inside, Jacobs, the quick pass to Rudy. Unable to connect on her first. Rolling out on the second, but KMC will set things in motion again. The trifecta, no good from Pfister. And Jacobs got the rebound there. Pfister finally connects as we are under a minute in the first. And Pfister has 2 points. Rogers to pass it in. And per 2, unable to connect on a pass, a travel call. And KMC will get the ball back. Knipp engineering this offense. Gets it to Pfister. Pfister gets it to Knipp. Dishing it to Jacobs. Back to Knipp. Pfister inside. Off the glass and in, using the square. Rogers taking it down for North. Inside and back out to the perimeter, intended for per 2 and out. And I think Mason, KMC just trying to put points on the board and add to their lead so that they can have a comfortable game and just play some basketball, work on some plays, work out the kinks for later in the season.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we're seeing a lot of ball movement early here in the game. We're seeing a lot of down in the paint scoring here with Rudy coming up with a bunch of offensive rebounds. Pfister has had a couple points. Ellie's taken to the line 3 times now this game. I mean, this Kapaun offense is just looking pretty impenetrable.
And Knipp no good on her first shot. Her second from 15 feet away. Good. And Ellie Knipp has 3 points. Hustling down is North. Jones turns a corner, throws up a shot at the last second, and ricochets off the rim, and is no good. And at the end of the first quarter, 23-6 KMC leads. And Mason, it looks like not much slowing down this KMC offense today. They're trying to get a redemption win after their loss to Heights on Tuesday. That one very close. It was a fight towards the end.
Yeah, we're not seeing too much outside scoring here. It's a lot of quick steals, quick ball movement up the court, getting points on the board. Hopefully we'll get to see some younger players for this Kapaun team today. So,
yeah, you're exactly right. And after this North matchup, KMC will play Southeast on the road and then South here at Kapaun Mount Carmel. So some matchups to look forward to, and based on the predictions, those should be wins for this KMC team. They've had a solid season. There's have been some bumps in the road, but they are going to fight through adversity. And I know Coach Will Ingalls, he's conditioned his team to fight to the last buzzer. They're a good group of girls, and they're determined to win. And I think they'll show those qualities later when it comes to the playoffs even.
Oh,
Spears finding Buckner. Buckner squares up for 3. Off the mark for number 51. KMC will get the inbound. Hamilton to inbound. Finding Loffer inside. Loffer using the square to her advantage. She has 4.
Loffer really being a dominant force here early in the game. I mean, she's looking pretty unstoppable. And a nice bucket by number 10 on North, Karina Guerrero.
Buckner taking it herself, rolling off the rim, but Loffer trying to keep things alive. She hit the court hard. Loffer no good on her first. And Loffer's second cascading off the rim. Buckner securing the miss. Getting out to Hamilton. Hamilton dashing inside, blocked, but Orr will square up to shoot. Another miss for this KMC team. And Joanna Ross, a deep heave. No teammate in sight as that one heads out of bounds. Spears to check in to Buckner. And Mason, even this KMC defense, they're looking solid. They're holding North only 8 points thus far, and they're forcing that deep incompletion early. Buckner, the teardrop, good. The easy shot from her. She has 8. And Ross trying to take it herself, squares up to shoot. No good on her opportunity. North keeping it alive. Ross again. She has 2. She has 6, actually.
Another deep heave by the Kapaun offense, straight to Loffer. Nice bucket there. Good find. I mean, Zoe Buckner's ability to find her teammates on the court is a large part of the success that Kapaun Mount Carmel has. She's coming in and filled her role perfectly as a sophomore, as a sophomore coming off of her freshman year.
And that's some of that ball knowledge, that IQ.
Oh yeah, you can't get that anywhere else other than on the court. I mean, she's came in first year here at Kapaun. I mean, she's obviously bonded well with her teammates, and she shows out every single day, and it's beautiful to see.
You're exactly right, Grayson. And I think that bonding Mason, excuse me. Grayson gone for today. So if I mistake you for Grayson, then that is my bad.
Hey, all good. The nice steal by Orr.
And Spears hustling down, gets it to Orr. Orr finding her teammate Loffer off of Loffer's foot. And North will take it the other way.
Yeah, ball seems to be switching possessions quite a bit this game with a lot of quick steals, quick buckets in transition here. Ross passed out to her teammate, and another block by Hamilton.
And Hamilton to Spears. Spears inside. Buckner. The good, easy shot off the glass. And Buckner has 10. You know, as we were saying, Mason, this KMC team, they've been bonding well over the course of the season. I think that's a quality that they're going to want going to the playoffs. The easy cookies and score for Spears.
I mean, we're really seeing their ability to talk and communicate on defense as they play this Redhawks offense. I mean, they're just in the right positions, playing a lot of help defense here, getting a lot of steals and easy buckets. I mean, it's good to see. They're definitely going to be very confident as we see another pass by and foul. She'll be shooting 2 here at the line.
And Buckner has been pretty successful this season from the stripe. And I think, Mason, it all starts at the free throw line. You can either win games or lose them there. And those are just free points.
Oh, yeah,
might as well convert.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kapaun Mount Carmel has found themselves multiple times at the free throw line tonight. And as long as they keep hitting these shots, I mean, they're looking unbeatable, honestly.
When you played basketball last year for Kapaun, did Coach Eck have any advice about free throws or
shoot
what?
A lot of them. I mean, what can you say? And a nice steal there by
Loffer. Good off the glass in transition, as you were saying, Mason.
Yeah, Coach Eck preached a lot about just consistency is the key there. I mean, you shoot these shots, it's going to be from the same position. It's the only shot you can control every single game. And a large part about winning is knocking down the shots you know you can make. So I think that's a large part of the girls' success, too, obviously, as they've adopted it, and the boys' success.
And Buckner taking it coast to coast for 2. She has 12 points. Yeah, and that's pretty good advice from a state championship winning coach.
The ball will be going back towards Kapaun's direction as a moving screen is called there. And Lucy Keller And Ellie Knipp will be subbing in for Avery Hamilton and Zoe Buckner here for the Kapaun offense.
And Knipp finding Bezdek and back to Knipp, getting it to Pfister. Bezdek inside to Rudy. Rudy throws up a shot, no good on the close layup. And Ross setting things in motion for the Redhawks. Inside, off the hands of her teammate Rogers, but Rogers finding the corner teammate. No good on the drive. And Keller to Rudy. Rudy finding Knipp, and Knipp finding Loffer. 3-on-1 opportunity for Kapaun. The shot is good from Ella Rudy. She has 4 points.
We have an officials timeout here. Little clock mess up, it seems, as Cabrini Orr and Zoe Buckner sub in for Pfister and Loffer.
Joanna Ross pounding the leather. Inside, squares up for the shot. Ricocheting off the back iron, collected by Rudy. And Knipp will hustle, getting it to the corner, finding Buckner. Buckner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Rudy. And she'll have a chance for 2 at the line.
I mean, Kapaun offense showing again just their ability to get to the line, get the ball inside, get those early fouls. I mean, they're racking up the 4 total fouls here for North, almost in bonus, as the first one will not go. Pfister subbing in for Orr now.
And Rodriguez checks in for the Redhawks. Off the back iron for Rudy's second, but a diving shot from Zoe Buckner, giving her 14 points.
Showing off her acrobatic skills there, it seems. And a nice steal by Knipp. She'll take it for an easy bucket there.
Knipp making it look effortless with the poke away and transition bucket. North trying to score some points. Down by 31 already in the second. We have 2:11 left in the half.
Guerrero subbing back in for North High, as long as Kimberly Reyes subbing in.
Rodriguez handling the ball. Inside. Finding her teammate. Gets up a shot was Anderson. Keller to Knipp. Knipp finding Buckner. Buckner.
And one. Finishing it down low. Nice transition bucket there. Able to find their teammates to get the easy bucket and the and one. Buckner goes to the line here to convert the three-point play.
KMC using the glass quite a bit, using it to their advantage.
You see a sub in of all four Kapaun basketball players except Buckner. And her free throw will roll off the front rim.
Rogers finding.
Oh, nice steal by Buckner. She'll take this in for an easy layup there.
And Buckner has 18. KMC able to dissect his offense and find those steals. Loffer coming away with another one. Finding Buckner. Will she have 20? Buckner rolling around the rim, nearly in, grabbing her own rebound.
Jump ball called there, going the Redhawks' way. Hamilton subbing in for Buckner, who's had an incredible first half here, scoring 18 just continue to killing it still on defense and on offense here.
KMC in the press, forcing the ball loose, but North will corral it. Rogers finding her teammate, and inside, stolen by Orr trying to get the pass, but the ball in the air. And Laufer, she knew what she was doing, getting down there and getting the easy points. And Rodriguez.
Foul there on Hamilton.
Rodriguez to check in for the Red Hawks. KMC in the bonus. And Guerrero taking things up. 35 seconds left in the first half. The shot from eventually going. That one coming from Rodriguez.
And a nice bucket inside there for Cape and Mount Carmel. I mean, they're just clearly showing their dominance there inside right now. And, I mean, North hasn't found an answer to it yet.
Rounding the corner, Rodriguez to Guerrero. Guerrero off the mark on the three. And time expiring, KMC leading 51-14. They're really pulling away here as the first half of play comes to an end. And we'll see you after the break. Hello and welcome back from the break as KMC leads 51-14 over the North Redhawks. KMC handling on the driver's seat tonight. Mason, kind of walk me through what this KMC offense has been able to do.
Yeah, a lot of the KMC offense here early in the game has been a lot of transition buckets we're seeing, a lot of quick steals, a lot of passes up court. Finishing, Zoe Buckner leading the team with 18 points, and the next closest is Loffer with 10. Loffer holding down the paint for Cape and Mount Carmel right now, just being a force down there, grabbing offensive boards, putting them back up, and it's really a spectacle to watch right now as they team up and take on this Redhawks defense.
And Buckner will get things going for the Crusaders. Buckner motioning to Spears to cut, and Pfister will get it to Spears in the corner. The double team, and inside, back out, and Buckner wide open in the corner. The trifecta off the back iron, rebounded by Pfister, and KMC will reset. Or to Loffer. Loffer squares up, and the big bounce off the rim. Ross with the rebound, and she'll take it the other way.
Even in that possession, unfortunately it didn't result in a bucket, but you still see the ball movement, the off-ball movement, just the ability to get open. And if those shots fall down, this Cape and offense would be scary going on the season.
And Pfister able to dislodge the ball, but a whistle called on her. And Paulo Rodriguez to set things in motion. Getting it to Ross. Ross, guarded closely by Pfister. The screen, switch it to Orr, and Spears corralling that one out of the air. Spears hustling down, getting it to Buckner. Buckner, the move, in the corner to Pfister. Pfister finding Loffer inside. Loffer putting up a shot, and Buckner trying to keep things alive, and she'll be sent to the line.
And a nice steal there by Spears there down low, and able to find her teammates and put them in the scoring position. We'll see Buckner at 2. Slow to get up there. Looks a little bit rattled after that hard foul there.
And that contact not usually a part of basketball, so it always shakes up the players when it happens.
As that first one's good there by Buckner.
Buckner averaging just under 30 on the season. Quite incredible for the sophomore as she looks to continue her pace, already having 20. And Ross taking it down, guarded by Pfister, and Buckner on the help defense. Nobody in sight. That one intended for Rodriguez.
And Cape and just continue to smothering the ball when it gets on their side of the court and just leading to mistakes and a lot of opportunities for Cape. And as Pfister takes a 3 there, no good.
Keeping things alive. Loffer getting up a shot, and the hook shot good for 2. Loffer has 12.
Ross dribbling it up the court for North High.
Whistle called. Officials will discuss.
North's ball, don't exactly know what the call was there.
And fighting for it, or trying to get a poke out, eventually getting a whistle, and Spears will check things in. KMC basketball.
And Buckner at the helm of this Cape and offense, really directing everyone, filling that leadership role that Lizzie Romer left vacant last season.
Buckner turning a corner. The big pass to Spears, and around the horn goes Capon. Tipped out, that one intended for Buckner. Excellent passing from this team, getting it around the perimeter and those swing passes.
Yeah, we'll see Buckner taking the ball out of bounds here.
And Spears to Orr dishing it to Buckner. Buckner squares up for the trifecta, and it's good. Down through the chute. She has 23. Ross hustling down the court. The ball pops out and picked up by Pfister. The big pass to Orr as she'll hit the brakes, and whistle called. And a whole new set of faces will check in for KMC. That is Ella Rudy, Lucy Keller, Ellie Knipp, Avery Hamilton, and Emily Jacobs all checking in for the squad.
Looked like an off-ball foul there, not really where at. And we'll have number 1 on North subbing back in, Isabel Sabalos, number 40, Dana Bartero, and number 23, Joanna Ross.
Knipp to Hamilton, back to Knipp and to Keller. KMC swinging around the perimeter. The 3 from Hamilton off the mark, rebounded by Jacobs. Hamilton, another try, getting it inside to Rudy. Back to Hamilton. That pass out of bounds.
Little miscommunication there at the Kapaun offense. Hamilton wanting to drive baseline. Rudy thinking something else there. And a nice steal. Oh, looks like it will be still going north way. Tipped around there by Hamilton.
And KMC almost corralling that ball, eventually getting it as it went out of bounds. But 11 steals on the night as a team. That's quite impressive for this squad as they've been shifting roles, putting in new faces all night. Hamilton off the mark from 3.
Seeing a couple quick shots there by Kapaun Mount Carmel. Like to see a little bit more ball movement there maybe. Some inside passes, kind of dominate where they've been dominating all night long.
KMC leading by 44. They have that big lead and a lot of room to make some errors and try some things.
And a nice layup there by Ross, I believe.
And Keller will not take the shot, get into Knipp, and Rudy snatched out of her hands. Ross taking the other way, and Rogers fumbling with the ball, hitting the court, and Jacobs snatching out of the air, but
foul called there. Hamilton taking the ball out for Kapaun Mount Carmel with Knipp bringing it up.
Knipp at the helm for this offense. Hamilton looking like she was going to take the shot, but instead dribbled her way around. The contact from North, KMC keeping the possession alive. That was Ceballos fighting for the ball. Hamilton inside, rejected by Ross. Looked like she got a hand on Hamilton, and the sophomore will get 2 shots.
Hamilton really being aggressive there, going to the rim and drawing the foul there for 2.
Hamilton no good on her first.
And we'll have freshman Evie Romer subbing into the game.
Hamilton knocking down her second. A little rattle in the rim. She has 1 point. Ross dancing around the defense inside. Whistle called.
That foul will be on the ground there with Ross taking the ball out.
Ross surveying the court from the sideline. That one intended for Ceballos, but out of bounds.
Yeah, Kapaun's ball on the baseline here. We'll get to see a chance for a couple young players in Evie Romer and Gracie Bezdek here to show what they can do at the varsity level.
Hamilton finding Romer. Romer wide open for a three, knocks it down, and the freshman, welcome to the varsity level. Big three from her.
I mean, it looks like she's trying to continue her sister's legacy. Lizzie Romer, Evie's older sister, was here last year, who three-point specialist, you could say.
KMC showing their underclassmen the ropes in this varsity matchup. North, not a bad team, but it's always good when you're up big to play those younger players, those bench people, to get some experience against a varsity team.
I mean, never know what could happen with the team and injuries. Anything could happen now, and I mean, it's nice to have those freshman players who are able to step up in big positions and really fill their shoes there, as we have Rogers taking the ball out for North High.
Ross starting up this offense. She needs to get some points on the board quickly. Inside. No good on the opportunity from Perttu. And Romer was boxing in a corner. She'll get a chance to inbound.
North showing off a press defense. Kapaun's offense hasn't seen that all night long, but seems to be no problem there with the transition. Shot no good.
Jacobs unable to convert. And we'll have a jump ball.
Ball will be going Red Hawk way here with Rogers taking the ball out.
And Ross guarded by Knipp. Getting it over to Perttu. Perttu turn a corner around Jacobs, and all Jacobs had to do was stick her arm out, and the rejection came. Ross to inbound. Surveying the court. And Romer, or Knipp, nearly getting a hand on that one, but
another jump ball.
another
This
jump
one
ball.
will go Crusader way. We'll see a whole, all new fresh faces for Cape and Mount Carmel, with Spears checking back in and Beister, as long as Buckner, Orr, and Loffer.
Pfister weaving through the defense, getting it to Buckner. Buckner rejected, taking another way. That's Ceballos.
Buckner able to chase her down there and poke the ball out, stop a fast break.
Rogers getting it to Ross. Ross trying to save the ball, throwing that one out of bounds. Spears will inbound. And Pfister sizing up the defense on the perimeter, getting to Spears.
Spears surveying the court, throwing it out to Buckner on the wing, right back.
Pfister makes a move inside. The last second pass, and it's good. Cabrini Orr has 6 points.
Nice play drawn up there by Coach Ingalls, able to convert an easy bucket there with Orr. 6 points on the night with a deep three by North, no good.
Buckner securing the miss, but Ross coming in. Buckner did not have complete control of the ball, and North took advantage. Rogers to set things in motion.
And North will have a couple subs coming in with number 2, Rodriguez, number 40, Bartero, number 10, Guerrero, and number 4, Anderson.
Pfister picking it up off the court, getting it down to Spears, unable to convert on the breakaway basket, but she'll get a chance for 2.
I mean, another showing of the Cape and Mount Carmel defense. Quick steals, quick points with Spears at the line as she takes her first one. It's good. Rudy subbing in for Lawfer here with 1:42 left in the third period.
Spears squares up and nails her second opportunity. And with under 140 left in the third quarter of play, stolen by Spears, and Pfister will convert in transition. But as I was saying, Mason, 120 left, KMC up, big lead, 68, to 16. Up by 52. And plenty of wiggle room for them. Big steal on that last possession. And again, give her that one as Spears gets the easy bucket.
And Spears quickly cuts her total from 1 tonight to 6 in just a span of 30 seconds or so. And, I mean, Capen's defense not looking to stop their dominance right here.
And North moving it around the court.
Pfister called with the foul. We'll see Romer, Bezdek, and Hamilton back in the game for Cape and Mount Carmel with Buckner, Orr, and Spears subbing out.
And as North starts this new possession, 23 turnovers as a team. That is never good. And another one coming into the hands of Ella Rudy, picking that one out of the air. Romer getting it inside to Bezdek. Bezdek using the square.
Underclassmen to underclassmen, that connection they have, just way to see each, as Pfister gets another steal all the way downtown for the easy bucket.
And the junior has 8 points. North just trying to set up a possession and not get picked off. Inside, throws up a last-second shot, no good from Perttu. And 74-16. KMC up by a lot. And we'll have a quick break before we go to the fourth quarter play. And on that last one, Pfister, she was able to read the play and get the easy score. And I think, Mason, when you play enough basketball, you're able to read the eyes of your offender. Were you ever able to do that when you played?
I mean, it's kind of not necessarily reading the eyes of the defender, but just knowing and having that instinct of where the ball is going to go. It's a large part that helps on defense because sometimes ball's moving too fast, defenders moving too fast, hard to read the eyes. But, I mean, Pfister had plenty of time to set up there and just right there for the steal and the easy bucket. 2 points. As we see a new lineup for Cape and Mount Carmel with a couple freshmen subbing into the game. Kennedy Gonzalez, sophomore subbing in for the game with Kennedy Gonzalez and Hope Gardner. Nice to see some young faces in there. As North will take the ball out on the corner and through the legs of Knipp. Don't see that too much often.
Ceballos will check in for North. Knip.
And timeout
Defense,
called by
but-
North's coach, Ryan Smith.
And Smith just trying to squeeze every last ounce of scoring out of his team. They're so close to the end, and I think a couple goals just get some extra experience for this team. They haven't played bad against Kapaun, but not up to the standard of this KMC team, not able to keep up with them.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's tough. Not too many shots are falling for them tonight. They've definitely had the opportunity. And, I mean, they're obviously not too happy with the way that's going, but we'll see a sub number 33, Ellie Jones, subbing in, bringing the ball out for the Red Hawks.
Jones finding Ceballos in the corner. The three off the mark, rebounded by Bartero, unable to convert. And Knip will start up this offense. Knip hustling down the court, throws up a shot.
Rough foul there on Knip as she goes to the line for two here.
And KMC's shooting 51% from the field goal today, a much higher mark than usual.
Definitely, as Knip misses her first one, but definitely can see the field goal percentage as they take more shots inside, converting the easy layups, the and ones they've been getting as Knip knocks down her second free throw. Knip.
And Ceballos, guarded by Knip. Showing off her dribbling moves and getting it to a teammate. Jones, guarded tightly by Keller. And North keeping it out of the hands of KMC, not trying to get another turnover. But that one,
Great steal by the
Into
freshman there.
the hands of Gonzalez, sophomore,
Sophomore.
Kennedy Gonzalez. Excellent steal from her.
We'll see Jacobs and Knip subbed out of the game there. All five of Kapaun basketball players are all underclassmen right here, so this is really KMC future right now that we're seeing on the court as Hope Gardner takes it down the court to Romer.
And unable to convert was Romer. Taking another way north, Ceballos dishing it off to Rodriguez. And getting a hand in there was Romer, but a whistle called. Mason, I know you used to play some basketball. Do you miss your time on the court?
No, most definitely. I mean, I played summer all with these boys that are about to step on the court here in a couple minutes, and we definitely had a different connection, and it'll be excited to see what they do later on in the season, the postseason.
The big bucket from Kenny Gonzalez, hustling down the court to convert for two. Yeah, I'm sure whenever you play a sport for however long you do and then you leave it, you're always going to miss it a bit.
Yeah, definitely some sentimental connection there. But definitely picking up some new hobbies as I'm here in the booth tonight with Andrew.
And do you have any other plans for the spring, any sports?
Yeah. So we have the Kapaun Mount Carmel track team I participate for, and I mean, we're looking at me and Andrew looking good for this season, hopefully to come back for a back-to-back state champion, as we should, as North loses the ball for a backcourt violation.
You're exactly right, Mason. It's going to be a fun spring, so tune in to any track and field events and any KMC athletic events.
Oh, yeah, I know the baseball team is excited to get going, and they're working hard already, and as we misses far edge. Some nice hustle there from the North, unfortunately steps out of bounds as we see some fresh faces for North High tonight as we get a 5-for-5 sub with the clock winding down. Just under 4 minutes here in the game, 77-16. 61 points. Kapaun leads by probably their biggest win of the season.
Most certainly a big blowout win for the Crusaders. Exactly what they needed after 2 straight losses, those coming from Andover Central a Saturday ago and Heights on Tuesday. So a big win, a morale booster for this squad as they go into a road game against Southeast and then South here.
And I mean, not just 2 losses, 2 close losses. Heartbreaking, honestly, as they need this morale boost as they go into the later half of the season. We'd like to see what they do here in the playoffs coming up in a couple weeks with a nice pass inside from Keller to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Keller. No good on the 3-point try.
And Pertrue hustling down the court, getting it to Ross. And Ross has played a majority of this contest, getting another bucket. She has 8 points. She's been all over the court tonight.
Leading her team with 8 points. And, I mean, that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a good percentage of their points tonight. I mean, she's doing her best out there, and you love to see that type of effort.
And I know we were mentioning a few of the other sports in the spring, but we also have a few sports here at KMC during the winter. Our boys swim team, they are always very competitive, off to a hot start again this season. And then our wrestling squads, the boys and the girls, go check them out. And then we also have our boys basketball team after this matchup. And then our bowling squad. They will be starting up soon with head coach Marcus Carrillo. Inside. And unable to convert was Bezdek. Keeping the possession alive was Garner. The 3 from Romer. Off the back iron, collecting her own rebound. And a jump ball called with under 1:15 left in the game.
And I mean, Cape and Mount Carmel known for their athletics, but I wouldn't sleep on their theater program either. I mean, they have a good show cooking up right now, High School Musical, and I mean, you can't go wrong with not seeing one of those. So I'd definitely be on the lookout for showtimes with an exciting cast, not yet to be revealed, but soon.
And I know, Mason, you were interested in that. You tried out for the production.
Yeah, so you'll see me up there. I mean, I'm not going to say where, but you'll see me up there most definitely. So
now the question is, what don't you do here at Cape? And you do broadcasting now. You're a part of the theater program. Football, track, what don't you do?
Well, basketball anymore, unfortunately. But, I mean, I could bowl. If they gave me a shot, I'd bowl. I mean, as the game winds up, final score 77-18. Kapaun taking care of business here at home, and just a defense, just a defensive showing by Kapaun Mount Carmel. Their ability to withheld North only 18 points, a lot of transition buckets there, really dominated the inside of the paint there during the game.
Very dominant win for the Crusaders, and we will see you after a short break for the boys matchup. Hello and welcome to tonight's matchup between the Cape and Mount Carmel Crusaders and the North Redhawks. I'm Andrew Guyer, and tonight I'm joined by my co-host Mason Collins. And before we begin our broadcast, I would like to address some comments I made during last broadcast. My comments were overly critical and harsh, and I got caught up in the action of the game. I was a fan before a broadcaster, and I acted unprofessional. I'm sorry for my actions, and I promise not to repeat my mistakes. And Mason, now I want to get into the action.
All right, so we have North High Redhawks starting lineup for tonight. At the point position, we have number 1, Kapaun Williams. We have number 2, Kamarion Thomas. Number 25, Aiden Salgado. Number 11, Adrian Butler. And rounding out that starting 5, playing the big man position, we have Ivan Treto.
And KMC will start with the ball. Blaze Dalian taking up number 15 on your screen, getting it to 11, Corey Daniels. And Rocco Keller, number 4, will take the big 3, rebounded by Treto, the senior. And Thomas will take things up for the Redhawks.
Quick shot there by Cape and Mount Carmel. Not really their forte here as they get going. We'll see how that progresses later on throughout the game.
And Thomas driving in on Johnson, losing the ball. And KMC will get an early stop and another opportunity to score. So for this KMC lineup, as I was saying, number 12, Owen Erlocker, he'll be a paint player for the Crusaders, a key member of this squad. And number 21, Corbin Johnson, handling the ball right now, their star player. Inside, Keller makes a move. Bouncing off the back iron, taking it himself, back out to Daniels, and Johnson will take the 3. Off the front of the rim, corralled by Thomas. Thomas, the deep heave inside, and Treto guarded by Keller. Butler makes a move. Triple teamed quickly. Treto, the 3 from the big man, rebounded by Dalen. Dalen, the midair jump to secure the ball. And inside, a wide open Rocco Keller, a kiss from the glass.
Transition bucket, similar to the girls' game, starting off hot there with the nice rebound for pass through the court and able to find Keller low. 0 for 2 on the threes here as Kapaun starts off kind of slow early in the game, but they should be picking it up. Maybe some shots will fall, we don't know.
Treto to Salgado. The 3 from Williams. Williams, good on the trifecta. A boost of energy for this North squad. They're up by 1. And stolen by Butler. It gets in the way of the pass, and he's going to take it himself. Rejected by Daniels, but Salgado will get the second chance opportunity. And North coming in 0-8, Mason, and they're leading KMC by 3.
Yeah, early timeout by Coach Eck, and a lot of quick subs here. We'll see 3 underclassmen subbing in with Jude Porter, number 2, junior. Number 3, Reed Stusaltz, 25, Jackson Gosh, and number 1, Jordan Mangu. Some young faces there who don't usually get in the game this early, but it's going to be an exciting game. I mean, this isn't really a Coach Eck thing to see such early subs.
And Porter at the helm for the Crusaders. Like you're saying, a lot of new faces for KMC, not something that they do too often, rotating all these guys. Dalian inside the triple team. Back out, and Porter will take the 3. No good from the junior, taken down by Stuhlstotz, and Dalian will reset. Swerving in that corner, and the whistle will be called.
Some contact down there as Dalian drives baseline. Porter will take the ball out for Cape and Mount Carmel.
Sizing up the defense. Porter looking for an open man. He finds Stuhlstotz. Stuhlstotz back to Porter and to Dalian. Dalian makes a move, gets it to Porter again. And KMC setting up quite a few opportunities through the pass. And the three from Stuhlstotz. Good.
Some quick ball movement there from Cape Mount Carmel, able to find Stuhlstotz in that corner, finally knocking down the three-pointer.
And KMC not happy until they find the right guy. You can see their patience on offense. Salgado to another guy. And Porter, the rejection and the dislodgement, getting 2 points in transition.
Jude Porter just playing some electric defense right now. I mean, you can see his energy out on the court, moving fast. As Williams, it's good from the corner. Tough little jumper there.
And Williams finding his shot early. He has 5 points. Silky smooth on the step back. Porter to Dalian. Dalian sizing up. Butler no good on the long jumper. But Mengu losing that ball. And a whole new set of faces will check in. That's Johnson, Urlacher, Keller, and Daniels, the starting lineup. And Porter will stay out there.
Those underclassmen had to show the starters how it's done there, as they needed a quick reminder of what Cape and basketball is, all the hustle, all the heart, the determination there. As Porter inbounds the ball here.
The officials talking things over. Quick stoppage in play. Short delay. And finally, Porter will check in. Finding Daniels. Daniels sizing up the defense. Quickly getting it to Johnson. Back to Daniels. And Urlacher on the perimeter. KMC, out of the hands of Johnson and corralled by North.
A lot of quick passes there from the Cape Ann offense. Unable to convert, but seen some glimpses of life early.
And no good from Thomas. Johnson taking the other way. Poked out. And Williams dislodging the ball. Johnson has to hustle back on defense. Whistle called. And Mason, it is key to remark that Johnson was responsible for a majority of KMC's turnovers against the Heights Falcons on Tuesday. So if Johnson continues that streak tonight, that is not good for KMC. Tretto, good on the spin around jumper.
Big man bucket there, as find a way to get everyone involved here. And Cape and Mount Carmel sort of picking up where they left off with Heights, kind of some sloppy basketball, but hopefully they'll pick it up here in the next 3 minutes of the first quarter. North leads 7-9 as Daniels brings balls up. Jude drives into the paint.
And Keller makes a move. Inside, poked away from him. Daniels corralling it. And Williams, Caden Williams, all over the court tonight. But Daniels hustling down to do what he does best, ripping that ball away. And Daniels will get to check in. Luckily, no score from the Redhawks. They're up by 2, though. 2:50 left in the first quarter, 9-7.
Williams showing his hustle on the court. Already has 2 steals on the night, and, I mean, he's converting those. Already 5 points on the night as Urlacher blocked by Williams.
Caden Williams everywhere. And for being 0-8, North is putting up quite a fight, Mason.
Oh, yeah, they're showing – I mean, they don't look 0-8 right now, I would not say. They're playing some incredible defense. I mean, they've forced Kapaun to turn the ball over multiple times already, and the shots just are not going. With Daniels playing some pretty tight defense there.
And Williams inside on Johnson. The rejection coming from Johnson. And KMC will stop another offensive possession from North. Johnson inside, almost nearly unguarded, getting one off the backboard. Johnson has his first points. And Cameron Thomas looking for a cut. Williams, that one out of his hands, but Tredo to recover. Inside, Salgado off the backboard.
Quick first step there by the junior, Salas. Able to beat his defender down the baseline.
And KMC having trouble stopping that quick offense from North.
Find the mismatch inside. Keller with the bucket inside.
And excellent use of his space there. Keller knew exactly where he was on the court, and it was an easy put in from the junior. And Thomas dancing around Daniels, looking for a man. Gets it to Tredo on the perimeter, and we've seen this big man shoot it a couple times. Thomas, the spin, throws up a shot, and it is good. The little lay-in after the dribble moves from Cameron Thomas.
And another early timeout there by Coach Eck. Not like what he's seeing by not liking what he sees on the court at the moment. Maybe take a moment, talk a few things out, see what's going on with this defense as, I mean, Williams and Thomas making a great backcourt, able to put up just an absolute spectacle right now as this first quarter draws near to the end. Charlie Barrier subbing in for Keller for the Kapaun.
And it's always nice to see when a bench senior gets a little bit more playing time. Barrier.
And I wouldn't sleep on Barrier either, though. He has the ability to make it from anywhere on the court. I mean, he's a long-range threat. So, and as Porter drills the trifecta.
Raining from the parking lot, Porter, the big shot. He has 5 points. Poked out of the air by Daniels. Corralled by Thomas. As North will keep the possession alive. The double team. Thomas weaving through Daniels and Porter. And Salas to Tredo. Tredo, the deep three. Good! Knocks it down the chute for the senior.
And North showing that they're not a team to put down easily. Everyone on their team can score from anywhere at any moment as their big man puts down.
Inside, Porter knocked out of the air. Salas taking it the other way, moving quickly. The late shot, no good from Salas. And double zeros at the first quarter, 16-14. And Mason, we did not expect an upset here tonight. And now, granted, it's only the end of the first quarter, but North is hanging with last year's state champions.
Yeah, no, we didn't see it coming. Obviously, Coach Eck didn't see it coming. Doesn't look too happy down there in that huddle, but hopefully some things will turn around here going into the second period. This North team's looking fast, definitely, and they're matching the speed of Corey and Jude, which those are not two. They are a scrappy duo together, and North handling them too well.
And, you know, Mason, my question is if North can sustain the pace that they're playing at. We've seen a couple matchups this year, such as West, Southeast, where firing, and they just cannot sustain the pace that they start at. And my guess is that's what happens to this North team because they're playing way too well to be 0-8.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they definitely are not – they're definitely putting in a fight early in this game. I mean, they're even leading 2 points against a team that has had a relative success against teams such as West and Southeast. So this is catching a lot of people by surprise. I mean, this is definitely going to be quite the game that Kapaun was not prepared for, I don't think.
Porter catching the pass and good off the glass. The big heave coming from Johnson getting the assist. Porter has 7 points. North hustling down the court. This game knotted at 16. Tredo looking for an open man. The spin and the shot. No good from downtown. Ricocheting off the rim.
And as I see North starting to play, I can definitely tell they're slowing Kapaun down. Their offense, slow passes, and then making quick movements. Definitely not the way, I mean, coming off of Heights, who is a relatively quick and fast, tall team. Definitely giving Kapaun a change as Daniels takes a baseline and is no good.
And Johnson keeping the possession alive. Something KMC does well is those offensive rebounds. The teardrop, no good from Daly, and Tredo securing the miss, taking the other way. Thomas. Whistle
10-second call, maybe a little bit too slow there for the North offense.
That was a quick 10 seconds, Mason. And Dalian set things in motion, getting it to Daniels. Daniels, the handoff to Porter. The dish to Johnson. Johnson spinning around the defense and in. Johnson taking a long way around to get the jumper. He has 4 points.
Kapaun picking up the defense here with Porter. Cookies, easy bucket. That's 9 for Porter. Quick start to the game.
Porter leading this team in points already. Tredo hustling down the court. The dish off to Butler, and Dalian dislodging the ball, getting it to Johnson. Inside. Johnson unable to finish, but he'll get a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Corbin Johnson just great at drawing fouls, getting to that line, and able to convert them lately. And the real test is if North will be able to sustain against Kapaun Mount Carmel's press. I mean, they're running and jumping, playing great on-ball defense, off-ball defense, picking lanes as Corbin knocks down his first.
And Mason, Kapaun made some changes at the quarter break, and they've been able to stop North. North has not scored in the early minutes of this second quarter.
Yeah, no, Coach Jack definitely told them to start moving more. As another steal by Dalian.
Nearly the theft from Dalian. The miss coming from North on the hustle. Good shot from Caden Williams, knocking down.
Williams with 7 already in this game. I mean, Corbin from deep, no good.
Johnson unable to connect from the parking lot. The move, Williams unable to connect off the front of the rim. And the hustle, Daniels inside.
Little bit of jelly there for the finish. Getting to see Daniels' off-ball speed, on-ball speed. And once he goes, he can't stop. Able to finish at the rim with a little bit of style.
And that's exactly what you want to see, Mason, from one of your leaders and a guard on the Kapaun team. Daniels so quick with the ball in his hands. A little glimpse of that right there. And KMC looking after they came out of that timeout at the break. They have not been able to. They cannot slow down.
No, Coach Jack definitely giving them a good advice there to help stop this defense. I think a lot of it just starts with hustle. They start hustling, getting steals. And points just keep coming for Kapaun as they continue this press.
And Butler to check in. Taking up Thomas. The double team from Urlacher and Daniels. Thomas finding Butler. Butler trying to avoid the box in. And the theft from Porter. getting it to Daniels, and whistle called. And that one coming from Carlo Hernandez, a foul.
Braden May subbing in for Wichita North as Keller passes it in to Daniels.
And Porter, the cut to Johnson. And Johnson zipping around the court. It was easy for Porter to get the assist. And Williams maneuvering around the defense, poked out by Daniels. Fighting on the ground, Urlacher, and the jump ball will go in KMC's direction.
Whatever Coach X said to them at quarter definitely lit a fire underneath him, because this Cape and Mount Carmel defense is coming out on fire as Daniel brings the ball up.
Johnson, the heave,
the slam!
Urlacher coming down hard and knocking down the alley-oop. What a play.
Throw up by Johnson and a block by Keller. Some fighting for the ball there. The Euro, take him to Germany. The finish.
And quick pace from KMC. Urlacher coming with the end-around layup. He has 4 points coming from the alley-oop and that layup. Thomas trying to reset his offense. Looking for an open man. Williams guarded by Johnson. The cut inside. Losing the ball. That was Chenga. And Daniels looks wide open. No good off the glass. And Williams will take it the other way. And pushing his way inside, Williams. He can convert. He has 9 points. Johnson looking for a man off the hand of Keller, but KMC will get the ball as it touched a north palm.
Mangu subbing in for Porter, Porter's Capen's leading scorer tonight with 9, I believe. And a quick bucket by Johnson off the pad, inbound by Daniels. Daniels picking a full point. Chenga with the ball.
And Chenga resetting it to Thomas. Thomas looking for an open man. KMC quickly making this lead 10. Daniels with the cookies, getting it to Johnson. Johnson, jam! Corbin Johnson, coast to coast. He has 12 points, getting some air on the play and throwing it down hard.
Thomas trying to make a fool out of Daniels, who does not let that happen.
And very quickly, the alley-oop to Urlacher, an excellent play. Johnson reading it well, surveying the court, finding his open man, and the toss-up. Urlacher knew exactly what he was doing there.
And Cape and Mount Carmel getting on that rim tonight. 2 dunks already with an alley-oop from Urlacher, and Johnson with one of his own on a fast break.
And I think, Mason, they wanted to replicate a little bit of what Heights did against them on Tuesday night. There's some big jams from the Falcons, and KMC got a little jealous. So
they know. They know that they can do that too, and they wanted to show it just as much with getting it done here. And Capen went leading by 12 after being down by 2 at half, or at quarter. It will be North's ball with May passing it in.
And KMC initiating the press. Taking up Salgado. Guarded closely by Daniels. KMC in the man defense. May struggling to find an open man. And Chenga to Salgado.
Salgado showing off his dribble moves there, able to escape some some danger there. North showing some excellent ball movement here, trying to find someone inside.
And shot clock winding down, 5 seconds. And throwing that one away was May, and they'll get the shot clock violation.
Not much there to get at. Cape and Mount Carmel just playing some lockdown defense here late in the second period.
Daniels setting things in motion. Moving around the screen. And whistle called. Daniels was successful in the bucket before the whistle, or after the whistle.
Some body contact there on Daniels, able to draw the foul. Be at the baseline.
Daniels looking for an open man. Finding Johnson over the top. Johnson, no good. Hitting the front of the rim and corralled by North. And off the hand of May. Johnson the other way. Urlacher.
Oh.
No good. Off the back of the rim. But Keller will get the easy bucket.
Urlacher, eyes got a little big there. Wayne got the earlier jam, wanted one more.
Bit off a little bit more than he could chew. And May finding Salas to Salgado and to Chinga.
Cape Mount Carmel playing some tight defense here.
Salas guarded by Urlacher. KMC still in man defense. Salas inside, throws it back out to Chenga, and they can't get out of the perimeter. The deep heave, no good. Another shot clock violation. KMC preventing North from getting inside.
Cape and Mount Carmel playing some great defense here. 2 back-to-back shot clock violations as Daniels subs out for Barrier, senior on senior, as Charlie Barrier will be at the helm of this offense, scanning the core as he passes to Johnson.
Johnson to Mengu. Mengu finding Urlacher, nearly deflected. Urlacher off the iron, but recovered by Keller. Keller, the bad pass. Jenga inside, rejected by Johnson.
Johnson getting up there in the air for the absolute smack down on that ball. Almost looked like he was playing volleyball right there with the spike.
Johnson also a pretty good volleyball player. Seen him in the student faculty game a bit. Tredo, no good to Thomas.
Good poke there by Urlacher. It'll be staying. It'll be going Capen's way.
Barrier check in, excuse me.
Keller awaiting to receive the inbound pass.
Keller gets it to Johnson. Johnson off the screen, the shot, good. Tally up 2 for Corbin Johnson on the easy jumper.
Corbin Johnson, arguably one of the best shooters in all of G-Wall. Still showing on. He can shoot from mid-range, not just from deep, as a foul is called there on Williams.
Tredo to check in. Surveying the defense. Finds Salgado. Salgado, 25 seconds left in this half. Salgado throws up a shot. Off the backboard and in. Kind of one of those last-second shots, but able to connect.
Hey, the bank is open, as they say, as Keller with the three-pointer. No good.
And ricocheting off the bracket. And keeping it alive is North, trying to get up a last-second shot. No good, double zeros. KMC leading 38-24 as they were able to slow down the Redhawks. Redhawks only scoring a few points in this quarter. And we'll see you after the break. Hello and welcome back from the break as KMC leads 38-24. I'm Andrew Guyer, and I'm joined by my co-host Mason Collins. Mason, walk me through a little bit of that first half of play for Kapaun.
All right, so that first half, we saw North with a really good start. Actually, going into the second period, they were up, and Kapaun started off pretty slow, kind of sloppy with the ball, wasn't taking care of it too much, but as you can tell, they found it that second period. I mean, started pressing, playing some great defense, got a couple steals, buckets going their way, and the momentum just carried. So Kapaun has just been hitting shots and getting steals, getting buckets, and that's a large reason why they're succeeding right now.
Yes. And Salgado hitting the floor hard. A tough hit from him. Dalian looking like he provided a little assistance.
A little bit shaken up down there. A little grit on his face, holding his hip. As Williams brings the ball out for the Redhawks.
The Redhawks trying to get some momentum, anything, to claw back from this deficit. Thomas to Butler. Salgado to Thomas. Back to Salgado. Keeping it around the perimeter. Not too many interior options lining up. Salgado to Thomas. Johnson keeping him out and making it tough. And corralled by Keller.
Kapaun has had an impenetrable defense this later half of the second period, beginning of the third period. I mean, they had two back-to-back shot clock violations as Daniels takes it to the rim with the finish.
Good finish from Corey Daniels, and his basketball IQ on full display there. Tretto hands it off to Salgado, inside to Williams. Williams against Daniels. The turnaround jumper off the bracket, and Daniels will take it the other way. Finds Johnson in the corner. And swerving inside. He'll get a whistle.
Stepped out of bounds there. Good finish, but unfortunately, she was a little bit too big there. Just touched the baseline.
What is he, size 13?
I think it's bigger. But as
Williams.
North trying to stay within striking distance of Kapaun.
And
Corey playing some
Williams
great
inside.
defense.
Off the back of the rim and hitting the ground hard. That was Cameron Thomas. Looks like he's all right. That would look to be a tailbone that he fell on.
Yeah, Corey getting it going, hustling down the court. Blaze, open three-pointer, bang! It's good from the sophomore Blaze Dalian. What a shot he has.
KMC dripping wet from the perimeter. And trapped is Thomas, getting it to Tretto. And Williams wide open for three. Knocks that down, wet like water. And
Going
he has
shot
12
for
points.
shot right now is North and Kapaun. Williams, knowing he can get one of his own, falls down hard there is Butler.
And foul from Urlacher, his first of the matchup.
Trado taking the ball out of bounds.
Salgado engineering this North offense. They need some points, and they need them quickly.
Blaze getting scrappy there.
Dalian.
Found it.
And the theft from Dalian results in an easy layup. Dalian has 5. Salgado to Tretto. KMC initiating the press. And Thomas getting down.
And Kapaun's defense just absolutely striking North right now, getting a ton of steals. In fact, 8 on the night as Butler gets an inside bucket.
Yeah, a lot of those KMC steals resulting in points for them, and that's why they've been able to pull away a bit from the Redbirds.
Yeah, and another timeout by Cape and Mount Carmel coach Steve Eck.
KMC shooting 55% from the field, an excellent mark for them. And, you know, when you shoot well, Mason, the points just start to fall, and they add up very quickly.
Yeah, no kidding. We have Corbin Johnson leading Cape and Mount Carmel with 14 on the night, but getting contested by Williams, who has 12 of his own. So Cape and Mount Carmel having a very shared night where Jude Portal also has 9 of his own, sort of a six-man player, but proving his own tonight as he's not doing too bad for himself.
And Coach Eck speaking to his players on the sideline. Johnson to set things in motion.
Corey and Salgado getting a little scrappy down there. Ref has to tell him to knock it off.
Johnson
Coach Eck
to
looking
Keller.
more like a band director, telling his players where to go. Couple quick passes there.
Dalian inside to Keller. Keller triple teamed. Gets the whistle.
Right before the shot on the ground. And Dalian will take this one out. Capon sets up for their play. Pass out to Corbin. Back inside to Dalian. A little bit of contact.
And KMC will inbound again. Urlacher. Yeah, will be the catalyst from the sideline. Johnson in the corner to Keller. Keller, the pump fake. Gets it to Dalian. Dalian back to Johnson. Johnson off the screen finds Daniels, who finds Keller. KMC getting it around the horn. Inside to Keller, back out to Johnson for a three. No good from three land. Rebounded by Daniels. And Dalian will try for the trifecta. Urlacher fighting for the rebound. On the court, that looks to be KMC possession.
Porter subbing in for Daniels, and this Cape and Mount Carmel offense is looking very spacious right now with everyone sort of in their own area, but still being able to zip the ball around, finding the open man, able to get a couple shots up there. And they've had the possession for a long time with Urlacher from the corner. No good.
And Salgado taking it the other way, getting it to Williams. Williams inside to Butler. Rejected from the senior Owen Urlacher.
Urlacher not looking like he agreed with that one. As Butler steps up from 15 for his 2 free ones. First one is good from Butler.
And good on his second from 15 feet away, Butler. Johnson to Keller. And Keller losing his pass, but he gets the whistle.
Ball will be brought in underneath the basket here by Porter. By Urlacher, I mean. And a corner, quick corner three by Porter from way downtown. Porter with the green light.
Porter has 12 points on the night. Johnson, tight defense, gets it to Salgado. Dalian on the press and poked away by Porter.
Porter showing some great ball skills there, as he is a corner for the Cape and Mount Carmel defense on the football team, and he has been known to be quite the ball hawk. As William gets the ball in the corner, back out to Salgado.
And Porter, just like you said, gets the theft.
And one! Great finish by Porter. Little bit of contact as he goes up, able to pursue through.
Showing off his speed to hustle down the court and get two. Porter competing in all sorts of events on the track this spring.
It's also a musical man. You will find him on that stage here in a couple weeks, as his free throw is good.
Yeah, be sure to tune in for High School Musical put on by the KMC Theater Troupe. And Williams hustling down the court through traffic, gets it to go.
And a little bit of magic there at the hoop.
Coast to coast from Caden Williams, the junior.
As Coach Eck calls his second timeout of the half.
And these two teams talking things over. KMC, not much trouble in this second half. They've been able to find their shot pretty easily, but North doing a little better than they did in the first.
Yeah, as we see the KMC student section try to get riled up tonight.
A bit
underwhelming,
yes. Now, we're glad that they're coming out to support, so it's always nice to see students, but
obviously it's not their fault for not being too loud. I mean, we used to have quite the student section last year.
Yeah, and you know, it's hard to strike fire twice with your student section.
I mean, they won student section of the country?
Of the country, the nation, I don't know.
One of the two.
Pretty impressive.
They're the same thing, I'm pretty sure. And Corbin with the jumper. 6 inches away from a three-pointer.
And Corbin Johnson with the cookies. The jam! Corbin Johnson throwing it down off the steal.
His second one of the night. Corbin showing his ability to get up on that rim, as he's also playing some tight defense on.
Would have been an incredible highlight if it could have gone for Cameron Thomas. But KMC moving quickly with the big throws. The turnaround jumper. Dalian. Good. Tally up 2 for KMC.
Dalian looking like Mr. Reliable out there whenever you need a quick bucket. His ability to score inside has been proven all night long.
KMC well in the driver's seat tonight as these two teams talk things over for a full timeout.
And Kapaun, 24-point lead as the time dwindles down here in the third period. And although a slow start to this Cape and Mount Carmel offense, they've surely picked things up here late. And they're putting on quite a show with a couple dunks, couple three-pointers here and there, and simply just becoming a unit together.
Yeah, and that's important going into the playoffs. That connection as a squad, you're going to need it when times get tough against the best teams in the state.
And last Saturday, I believe, took on number 2 ranked Andover Central, which deemed no problem for this team. And they won 67-47, a 20-point lead as
and checking in, or throwing it in. Tredo, covered by May, gets it to Williams. Sized up by Porter. Williams delivers it to Salas. Salas finding May. May having some trouble, but gets it to Williams. Williams, the teardrop. Stripped out of the air from Johnson, and he races down the court. The throw up to Kea. Kea to Dalian, and Johnson will take it inside. And Kea off his palm. Taking the other way is Chenga.
Kyle Kea is a football star out here on the basketball court. Looking like a force in the paint right now as he guards Tredo. Nice pass. Unable to convert the layup.
Johnson hustling down the court. Hits the big man Tredo. Gets it out to Porter for three. Off the front of the rim. Recovered by Dalian. Dalian back out to Porter. Porter to reset. Gets it to Dalian in the corner. Corner shot off the mark. 26 seconds left in the third.
Mangu comes in for Dalian here as the third quarter rounds up. Kapaun not showing any signs of stopping here as the game continues.
Yeah, not much fatigue from this KMC team. They've been able to rotate a lot of their key players, and you know that's one of the best parts about this KMC team. They have so many guys that they can pull from, all of them very talented, and they can just replace guys like that.
So many athletes on this KMC roster, as we have multiple football players, a lot of basketball players, and a lot of track athletes. So you'll find a variety of players as Williams gets the steal. Missed. Corbin flies into the stands there with the block attempt.
Moments, you know, when Shaq flew into the crowd. And these two teams will talk things over with the break. And looking ahead on KMC's schedule, some tough teams. They have a tournament on Thursday, the 23rd.
The boys head out to El Dorado, where they found success last year in winning the entire thing. Hopefully they'll replicate that up there. They'll take care of business. I have no doubts.
And then that Friday, they will face off against Goddard at a neutral site, and then Collegiate on the 25th.
These non-district games are always very interesting to watch because Collegiate and Kapaun is not a common matchup you'll see, as they come in and with Collegiate being 7-1 and showing dominance throughout the season. So that'll be quite the matchup.
Very fun one, as these two teams are very close proximity. So
yeah, two to 3 miles away from each other.
And Salas handling the ball. Gets it to Tredo. Inside to Chenga, guarded by Johnson. And Williams will reset on the perimeter. Salas to Chenga. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson, the theft. Johnson down, good. Off the square and in. Corbin Johnson has 20 points.
Corbin Johnson with another steal is playing that ball well tonight, as he's just seeing it out of the hands and able to make a play.
And Tredo to May. May finding Williams. Williams, the deep three. Off the back iron. Johnson at the helm for KMC. Inside.
Nice pass. Kyle Kea with the finish. Corbin Johnson looking like he has eyes in the back of his head.
And Kea just finishing off the basket. Johnson, an excellent pass. And Williams will get a shot at the line.
Keller doesn't seem too happy with the call. A little bit of body contact there as Williams gets ready to shoot his first.
And Caden Williams unable to connect on his first shot.
And we'll see some fresh faces here in for Kapaun as number 10, Cole Rapp, subs in for Corbin Johnson, as well as Jackson Gosh and Gabe Adams, two JV players who do not see much time on the varsity court, but are given their opportunity tonight.
And Rapp around the screen, looking for an open guy. And Adams off his hands.
Rapp will bring the ball out here.
Rapp fighting Porter. Porter in the corner. Getting it to Gosh. Gosh inside to Mengu. Mengu unable to connect the first time. And he'll get 2 shots at the charity stripe.
Mengu, Gosh, and Rapp, all sophomores, all coming up together. They're going to be quite the trio as they grow older, with another sophomore, Stusaltz, number Trace, subs in for Porter. The second shot
And
dribbles into the
That was your
basket.
number, right, Mason?
Yeah.
Mason unable to play this year. Joining me in the booth is
Some
a
good
great honor.
defense. Pass up to the court to Jackson with the left-handed finish.
And Thomas trying to breathe some life into this offense. Down by 30. Williams. And almost stripped out from KMC, but are by KMC.
These young guys are like pigeons, flocking to the same spot all together, fighting for the ball.
And Thomas outside. Round the horn for North. Thomas, triple team. Stripped away from by Stuhlstotz. And Gosh will take it past half court. Getting it inside to Adams. Adams off the glass and in.
These young guys are finding no hardships as they take over in the last couple minutes here for the starters. Williams with the ball up top, surveying the court. Loses it. Mengu hustles. Knocked away. Ball stays here.
And Chenga to check in. Getting it to Salgado. Salgado on his teammate. And poked away by Gosh, the spin. And Gosh taking it down the court to Rapp. Rapp squaring up. Clanks off the rim.
A late call there. Rapp will be at the cherry stripe. Here shooting 2.
And Rapp good on his first from 15 feet away. And cascading off the back, but secured by Adams. And Gabe Adams has 4 points. And May getting it to Zapta. Zapta to Salgado, and May will reset. Salgado to Chenga. And time winding down on the clock. The last second shot, no good. Shot clock violation. And Rapp hits the brakes, gets it to Stuhlstotz, inside to Gosh. Gosh, the finish, good. Jackson Gosh has 4 points.
Eli Judson subbing in here for the Redhawks as Mangu comes in for the Crusaders. Coach Jack wanting to see what the younger guys do in a press situation. As a Cole, Rapp gets a steal. Carey in the corner. Oh, just missed. Rolls out of the rim. Mangu.
An excellent shot for Ryan Carey. A big three-pointer as he comes into the game. Mangu, leather through lace. And Mason, it's always fun to watch the sideline bench as they were cheering in unison when Mangu hit his free throw. Carry to Stuhlstotz, inside to Adams. Adams, the easy finish off the glass.
Adams with 6 now as he is dominating down low late in the game.
And nearly poked away by Gabe Adams.
Minute 30 here left on the clock. Will the Redhawks get another bucket in here?
And Salgado to Franklin, and then Zapata. Zapata handling the ball. Triple teamed. Back out, Salgado.
Deep
Last
three.
second shot. Resets the shot clock, so no violation. Stuhlstotz to Adams in the corner. Adams for 3. Cascading off the rim and secured by North. And the
Cookies.
The theft from Mangu, but a whistle called. Time continuing to run. KMC up by 40 now.
We'll see a couple new faces here as the time dwindles down here with Cade Becker, Pete Keller, and Melvin Pogue subbing in here.
And thrown in off the chest of Salgado. But May will check up a last second shot. Good from May. A deep 3 from him. Ryan Carey handling the ball.
Most likely will dribble this out as Cape and Mount Carmel handles business here at home tonight.
And time hitting 00, 74-37. KMC, like you said, handling their business very easily. And their next matchup will be the Blue Stem Classic Tournament in El Dorado. So no more matchups upcoming soon for us here at Kapaun. So we'd like to thank you. I'm Andrew Guyer.
I'm Mason Collins.
And have a great night.